In this episode of the Primer, we talk about introduction of modern laws and reforms in Jammu and Kashmir under the rule of Maharaja Ranbir Singh.
The Ranbir Penal Code Law, Reform and Legacy in Jammu and Kashmir. When Maharaja Ranbir Singh ascended the throne in 1856, Jammu and Kashmir was a kingdom of immense diversity in people, customs, and systems of justice. Each region had its own traditions of law: tribal codes in the hills, Islamic jurisprudence in the valley, and customary Dogra practices in Jammu. The absence of a single uniform legal framework was not merely administrative confusion, it was a barrier to modern governance. By the 1860s, Ranbir Singh had grasped the necessity of codified law, a system that would define the powers of the state, ensure consistency in judgment, and bring his realm in step with the changing subcontinent. Inspired by the British Indian Penal Code (IPC) enacted in 1860, he commissioned a group of his legal advisors to prepare a similar but locally adapted statute. After years of drafting and review, the Ranbir Penal Code (RPC) came into force in 1873, extending throughout the territories of Jammu, Kashmir, and Ladakh. The RPC represented a landmark in South Asian legal history. It was the first comprehensive penal law adopted by any princely state, and it mirrored the IPC in both structure and spirit, defining offences, prescribing punishments, and standardizing procedures. Yet, it was not a mere imitation. The code incorporated local customs and religious sensitivities, ensuring that its enforcement would not alienate the diverse population of the Dogra state. In doing so, Ranbir Singh achieved a delicate balance between modern codification and traditional legitimacy. In substance, the RPC was progressive for its time. It limited arbitrary punishments, provided for due process, and defined the jurisdiction of courts in clear, written terms. It also signaled a broader intellectual shift, the transformation of justice from the ruler's discretion to the rule of law. The very idea that a written code applied uniformly from the plains of Jammu to the plateaus of Ladakh was itself revolutionary in a Himalayan kingdom of the 19th century. The RPC remained the backbone of Jammu and Kashmir's criminal law for nearly a century and a half. When the state acceded to India in 1947, it retained internal autonomy under Article 370 of the Indian Constitution. Consequently, the Indian Penal Code did not apply in Jammu and Kashmir. Instead, the Ranbir Penal Code continued as the operative criminal law. Minor amendments modernized it over the decades, but its structure and spirit survived intact. That long chapter closed in August 2019, when the Government of India abrogated Jammu and Kashmir's special constitutional status. With the reorganization of the state into two union territories, the RPC was formally repealed and replaced by the Indian Penal Code. Yet, the evolution of India's criminal law did not end there. In 2023, the IPC itself was replaced by the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita (BNS), a comprehensive new code that redefines criminal jurisprudence for the 21st century. Thus, the legal lineage that began with Ranbir Singh's reforms in the 1870s continues in updated form within the same national framework today. The RPC remains one of the most remarkable legal documents of the princely era, a testament to Ranbir Singh's vision of ordered governance and a rare example of 19th century law that endured into the digital age. Its story, stretching from Dogra Jammu to modern India's BNS, is a living reminder of how institutions, like ideas, evolve, adapt, and carry forward the long arc of law and statecraft. Deep, reflective silence.
Thanks for watching this episode of Primer on Jammu and Kashmir. Here is a quick note from the editors of the Dispatch. While dealing with historical events, we are conscious of the fact that history has no single view. In places like Jammu and Kashmir, this can be more complicated. While explaining the events of history through this primer, we are taking the best possible care to be objective and to offer context wherever views differ starkly. We welcome you to write to us and enrich the knowledge base on Jammu and Kashmir.